Hi everybody, my name is Troy Rosasco and I'm with Turley, Redmond, Rosasco, and Rosasco. I'm a 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund lawyer. And I'd like to explain to you a little bit now about the brand new James Zadroga 9/11 Health and Compensation Act of 2010. This law was just recently passed during the lame duck session of Congress, and President Obama signed it on January 2nd of 2011. So what does Zadroga do for you? Well, Zadroga does two main things. First, it gives $1.5 billion for the medical treatment of victims and first responders to 9/11. That's very important because we all know how sick many of them are today, and they need that health care desperately. So that's a great accomplishment of this new law. In addition, it gives $2.8 billion to reopen the original Victims Compensation Fund. Well, what's the Victims Compensation Fund? Well, if you remember, going back to right after the terrorist attacks, there was a Victims Compensation Fund that was put through by Congress to give compensation to the families that lost loved ones as a result of the terrorist attacks, and also to compensate to a lesser extent those who suffered significant injuries soon after 9/11. However, the compensation fund closed in 2003. After the World Trade Center attacks, we had some very brave heroes work on Ground Zero. They were cleaning debris, they were looking for their colleagues, they were working, whether you were a policeman, fireman, construction worker, a utility worker, a cleaner, they were all down there doing God's work. And they, unfortunately, today are getting sick. Why are they getting sick? Because they breathed in a lot of bad stuff. All that dust had a lot of toxins. It had asbestos in it. It had benzene in it, and other things we can't even dream about. Well, as we all know, many of them today have severe respiratory problems. Some may even have cancer. And that's why they reopened the Victims Compensation Fund, so that these people can be compensated correctly, monetarily, for their injuries related to their service down at Ground Zero. The fund will be reopened later this summer, and we'll be telling you more about it in later videos. Why am I telling you this? Because you may have questions for you or your family about your eligibility under the Victims Compensation Fund. I have answers, and I'd be glad to give you those answers. Call me at 1-855-WTC-INFO. Again, 1-855-WTC-INFO. Thank you.